A very good morning to everyone. So let's begin today's session. Welcome to lecture number 22 on the topic of optics. Okay. So today we are moving into the next section of refraction at plane surface. Okay. So in the last session we have discussed in the last two sessions application of Snell's law. Correct or not? Okay. One is apparent height, real height, or apparent depth, real depth. Okay. And then in the last class, Saturday's class, we discussed refraction at glass slabs, particularly. Okay. That's called as shift. E into 1 minus 1 by mu. Okay, so today we are moving into another section in the refraction at plane surface. Very important section. Okay, that is called as total internal reflection. Today's topic is total internal reflection. Very important topic. Okay. So total internal, put the heading as total internal reflection. Okay. So although in the topic there is reflection, but this is a refraction topic. Okay, total internal reflection. Okay, so let's see what is this total internal reflection, what are the applications. Okay, okay, so now we know that whenever a ray is going from rarer medium to denser medium, the ray will bend towards the normal, and whenever a ray is going from denser medium to rarer medium, the ray will bend away from the normal. Okay, which is proved by Huygens principle, which is not required for us right now. Just remember that whenever a ray is going from denser medium to rarer medium, the ray will bend away from the normal. And whenever a ray is going from rarer medium to denser medium, the ray will bend towards the normal, which everybody knows from lower classes. Okay. Suppose, let us say, we take a situation where when a ray is going from denser to rarer, just like what you call water to air, for example, let's say. Okay, so now suppose, let us say, this is the incident ray. Okay, this is the incident ray and this is the normal. Okay, this is the normal. So now here the ray will undergo refraction, correct or not? This is called as what? Angle of incidence. Okay, now the ray is going from denser to rarer, so that means what will happen? The ray will bend, okay, and away from the normal. It is not towards the normal, it is away from the normal, like this. Okay, away from the normal, not towards the normal. Okay, it is away from the normal, like this. Okay, and this angle is called as angle of refraction. This angle is called as angle of refraction, and the ratio or the relation between these two angles is given as, according to Snell's law, sin I by sin r is equal to what? Is a constant. Sin I by sin r is a constant, which indicates that as we increase the angle of incidence, angle of refraction also has to increase for this ratio to be constant, correct or not? So now suppose, let us say, initially the angle is 30 degrees. Okay, now I'll increase to 60 degrees. So when I increase the angle of refraction also should increase according to Snell's law. Okay, so now suppose, let us say, I increase the angle of incidence like this. I increase the angle of incidence like this, which is more than the initial angle. Okay, now what will happen? There will be refracted ray, definitely. Okay, that refracted ray will bend away from the normal compared to the previous case. Okay, like this, correct or not? Okay, it will bend away from the normal, like this. So see here, this is the incident ray, this is the refracted ray, and this angle is more than I, correct or not? Okay, so maybe suppose, let us say, I1, which is equal to 60, more than I, maybe 60 degrees here. Here it is 30. So what will happen? Angle of refraction also will be more than R. Okay, so like this, that means just now we have seen that as the angle of incidence increases, angle of refraction will increase. So if I keep on increasing this angle of incidence, like this, what will happen? The angle of refraction also will increase. That means the ray will bend like this, correct or not? So at one point, when the angle of incidence, reaches to a certain value, okay, okay, the refracted ray will be parallel to the surface, see here, will be parallel to the surface. Okay, where the angle of refraction, now this is called as what? This is called as refracted ray, this is called as angle of incidence. Now this angle of refraction R happens to be how much? 90, correct or not? It keep on increasing. See here, here it may be 40, here it may be 60, like that it has become now 90. So when the angle of refraction becomes 90, whatever is the angle of incidence, that we call it as critical angle. Okay, what is meant by critical angle? The angle of incidence at which the refracted ray makes an angle of 90 degrees with the normal. That is called as critical angle, which is very, very important. Okay. Why? Because below this critical angle, refraction phenomena will take place. See here, here it is refraction, correct or not? Below this critical angle. Now, suppose if this critical angle is, suppose, let's say 70 degrees, first 30, 60, 70. Now, let's say this is 70 degrees is the critical angle. Now, suppose if you increase the angle of incidence more than this critical angle, means like this, suppose let us say, okay, which is more than critical angle, Here angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, maybe let's say 75 degrees. Then what will happen is the ray which is supposed to get refracted will get reflected back into the same medium. Okay. So this particular angle has what you call lot of significance, which is called as critical angle. Why? Because less than this critical angle, refraction will happen, and above this critical angle, reflection will happen. Okay, and this is called this phenomena is called as total internal reflection. See here, the ray is getting totally reflected back, internal reflection. See here. Now this is denser medium. Now the ray is, incident ray is also in water. Suppose denser medium is water. Incident ray is also water. Reflected ray is also in water. That means reflection phenomena is happening above this angle, above this critical angle. Less than this critical angle, refraction. Above critical angle, reflection. Okay. So here, if this angle is 75, here reflection law we should apply. According to law of reflection, this angle also must be 75. Why? Because reflection. Whereas here it is refraction, less than this one. Okay. Up to here also refraction, because there is refracted ray. Okay. So therefore, this angle is called as critical angle. So please write down critical angle. Very important. Critical angle is nothing but the angle at which critical angle is the angle of incidence. At which is the angle of incidence at which refracted ray makes an angle of 90 degrees with the normal. This specific angle of incidence is called as critical angle. Now let us apply Snell's law here. Okay, at critical angle, Snell's law. Okay, what is Snell's law? Means equation. What is the equation of Snell's law? Who is here? What is the equation of Snell's law?
So mu1 by sin r equals to mu2 by sin I, sir.
That means the refractive index, suppose let's say here the incident ray is present in which medium? Denser medium. Suppose let us say this is called as mu d. Okay, and the rarer medium is, let's say, mu r. Okay, now we can tell that now incident ray is present in this medium first. So therefore first we'll write down mu d into what? Sine of angle of incidence. What is the angle of incidence? Sin IC is equal to, now the ray is going into another medium. What is the refractive index? Mu r into refracted angle. Sine of what is the refracted angle? 90 degrees. Okay, this is 90. So therefore mu d sin IC is equal to mu d into sin IC is equal to mu r. From this, what is sin IC is equal to mu r by mu d. Okay, so this is the general formula. Okay, but generally in many textbooks they give that sin IC is equal to, they give that sin IC is equal to 1 by mu. Okay, why? Because in this formula is valid only when the ray is going from a medium mu to air. This is air. Okay, this is air whose refractive index is what, 1, and this is a medium whose refractive index is mu. Either it can be water or like this. Because see here, this is the general formula. Because now here in air mu r is what, 1. So therefore here it is 1. So therefore this is the general formula they'll use. Sin IC is equal to 1 by mu. But in for advanced exam and all, or some critical problems, you should use this formula. This is the fundamental formula. Or for that matter, if you know this how to apply, then there is no need to remember this also. Okay. So therefore, please remember this as the standard formula, and this is the most widely used formula. Okay. Sin IC is equal to 1 by mu. Okay. So this is a, please remember this one. This is called as critical angle. Okay. And critical angle, okay, IC for water, IC for water is equal to, okay, so sin IC for water is equal to 1 by mu of W, okay, where I am assuming the ray is going from water to air, okay, so that is equal to 1 by, what is the refractive index of water? 4 by 3, correct or not? Which is equal to 3 by 4. So this implies IC is equal to sin inverse 3 by 4. Okay, which is equal to, how much is this? 48.5 degrees. So therefore the critical angle for water is what? 48.5 degrees. Okay, same way IC for glass, that means critical angle for glass. Okay, so sin IC is equal to 1 by mu of glass, that is equal to 1 by 3 by 2. So that is equal to 2 by 3, which implies IC is equal to sin inverse 2 by 3, which implies 42 degrees. So therefore this is very, very important. Okay, so what is the phenomena of total internal reflection? So whenever a ray is going from denser medium to rarer medium, so write down the conditions for total internal reflection. Okay, this is very important. Conditions for total internal reflection. What are the conditions for total internal reflection? What is meant by total internal reflection? The phenomena of incident ray getting reflected back into the same medium when the angle of incidence is greater than critical angle. That is called as total internal reflection. But this will happen only under two conditions. Number one, when the ray is going from denser to rarer. When the ray is going from denser to rarer, not otherwise. Okay. Only if the ray is going from denser to rarer, this will happen. Okay. And next condition is what? The angle of incidence must be greater than critical angle. Under these two conditions, the total internal reflection will happen. Very, very important. These two conditions are very important. If you don't meet these two conditions, then the total internal reflection will not happen. And this is the basic phenomena for the entire optical fiber communication. Optical fiber communication. The entire optical fiber communication is based on what? This total internal reflection. Why? Because here what will happen is there will be optical fiber. There will be what? Optical fiber. Means, for example, suppose let us say this is called as optical fiber, like this. Okay, this is a wire. Okay, optical fiber wire. Like cylinder like this. Okay, so now what will happen is this wire will be very long, correct or not, connecting from one place to another place. Okay, so now what will happen is at the sending end, okay, where a signal has to be sent. Okay, generally the signals will be converted into electrical signals. Okay, so those electrical signals now will be passed through this optical fiber. This is called as optical fiber wire. Optical fiber wire. Nowadays, optical fiber wire. Nowadays, you can see on the roads everywhere they are digging the roads. Okay, for putting these wires. Okay, Reliance Geo Fiber or BSN also nowadays they are introducing fiber network. Okay, because it's very fast compared to the normal telecommunication. Okay, it's very fast. Okay, so why it's very fast? Because of this reason that Now see here, this is the signal. Okay. Now this is the signal. Okay. So this signal will be incident. This is the signal in the form of electric wave. This is the signal in the form of what? In the form of electric wave. In the form of electric wave. Afterwards, at the end of 12th class, we'll study communication system. There we'll study again. Okay. So this is the signal in the form of electric wave, where now this angle of incidence should be greater than what? Okay, should be greater than what? Critical angle. Okay. Now here this is a this will be made of some material. Okay, mu, and outside is made of some other material coating. Okay, which will be less than this one. Okay, suppose let's say this is called as mu c, and this is called as cladding. This is called as core. This is called as cladding. Okay, and generally mu of core will be more than mu of cladding. So that means the ray is going from denser medium to rarer medium. So what will happen? The ray will get reflected back into the same medium. Again, it will be incident on other side at an angle greater than angle of incidence. Means everything depends on the angle of incidence. So again, it will get reflected back. Again, it will get reflected back. So like this, the ray will be reflected many times. Okay, and it's very fast. So like this, because of this total internal reflection, okay, a signal will be sent from one part to the other part very safely and very effectively, very fast. Okay, compared to the normal satellite also. Okay, so this is very, very fast. Okay. So this is the one of the application of optical fiber communication. Okay. Next, conditions. Once again, very important. Please note down. The conditions are the ray should it is must that the ray should go from denser medium to rarer medium, and the angle of incidence is greater than critical angle. Okay. So now let us see some important points regarding this one.
Sir, we won't be considering any of the energy losses at the point of incidence, sir, like at the normal.
No, there will be, but it's very less compared to the other sources, compared to the other means of transporting the signal. In this optical fiber, it's very less.
Okay, sir.
There will be, definitely there will be loss. Okay, there will be, that loss is called as attenuation. Okay, we call it as attenuation. So that's why in between there should be boosters. In between there will be what? Boosters. Even the dish, what you call, what is the dish or cable network. Okay, at every point, okay, after certain kilometers, maybe 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers, they will have certain boosters. Why? Because the ray, as it passes like this, it gets attenuated like this. So when it reaches booster, again it will be boosted like this. Okay, so it has to be done continuously. Okay, at every point, maybe 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers network like this. Otherwise, the ray, by the time it comes to our house, nothing will be there in the signal. Understood? Only once a noise will come. That's all. Okay, we don't get GTV or we don't get ATV or like this. Okay, or in fact, mobile also same thing. Okay, we can't hear the person's voice. We hear the noise. That's all. So anyway, so this is about this one. So now let's see some important points regarding this total internal reflection. Okay, so now just now we have seen that the formula for the critical angle is nothing but sin IC is equal to what? 1 by mu, where mu is the refractive index of the denser medium. Okay, and 1 is the refractive index of air. Okay, now if you observe carefully, okay, these two are inversely proportional, correct or not? Of course, with sign relation. Okay, so that means if the refractive index is lower, okay, if the refractive index is less, then what will happen to the critical angle? Critical angle will be more. Okay, if refractive index is less, critical angle will be more. Same way, if refractive index is less, more, then critical angle will be less. So please remember, inversely proportional. Okay, the refractive index of the medium and the critical angle are inversely proportional. Okay, if refractive index is less, then critical angle will be more. Okay, and this is the basic reason for dispersion. This is the basic reason for dispersion. Dispersion means, what is meant by dispersion? What is meant by dispersion of light? What is meant by
white light, sir?
Correct. Splitting of white light into 7 colors. splitting of white light, dispersion. Dispersion means what? Splitting of white light into 7 colors is called as dispersion. And what is the reason for this dispersion? Splitting of white light into 7 colors. White light into 7 colors is called as dispersion. And the reason for this dispersion is this one.
Difference in wavelengths, sir.
Huh?
Due to difference in wavelengths, sir.
Correct. But the basic reason is this one. Okay. Now see here, the white light has 7 colors. Okay. Now each color has a particular wavelength. Correct or not? We know white light has how many colors? 7 colors. Correct or not? White light has 7 colors, which we call it as VIBGR. VIBGR. This is violet. I think 3,800 angstroms. To red color is 7,600 angstroms. Correct or not? Okay. So now, so that means the wavelength is different for each color. Okay. The wavelength is different for each color. Correct or not? Now, according to Cauchy's formula. Okay. According to Cauchy's formula. Okay. According to Cauchy's formula, which will give us the relation between refractive index and the wavelength, which is equal to A plus mu equal to A plus B by lambda square. Okay, where A and B are constants. Where A and B are what? Constants. Okay. Now, for this violet color, if you substitute the value 3,800 angstrom units, you will get one value of mu. Okay, and for indigo, you will have another wavelength, so another mu. So like that, for each color, you have what? Particular wavelengths, correct or not? And corresponding particular, what you call respective refractive indices, correct or not? So since the refractive indices are different for each color, okay, the critical angles are also different for each color. Okay, critical angles are also different for each color. Okay. So now see here, out of the given colors, which color has what you call lambda is minimum? Okay, lambda is minimum for which color? Violet. Okay, so for violet color, okay, lambda is what? Minimum. Now according to Cauchy's formula, if lambda is minimum, mu should be what? Mu should be what? Tell me.
More, sir.
Correct. Mu should be maximum. Correct or not? If mu is maximum, then critical angle should be, mu is inversely proportional to what? Critical angle. So critical angle should be what? Minimum. So therefore, critical angle is minimum for which color? Red color. Same way for red color, sorry, violet color. So for red color, okay, wavelength is maximum 7,600. That means within this 7 colors. Okay. So that is equal to lambda is maximum. According to Cauchy's formula, if lambda is maximum, these two are inversely proportional. So that means mu is what? Minimum. When mu is minimum, IC should be what? Mu and IC are inversely proportional. So therefore, IC is what? Maximum. Or you can say that lambda is directly proportional to IC also. Okay. That means you can say that the critical angle is directly proportional to lambda, that is wavelength of incident ray. Like that also we can say. Okay. So these are all important points. Okay. So now last point regarding this one is, okay. Just now we discussed that whenever a ray is going from denser medium to, rarer medium, okay. Suppose let us say this is the, okay. Okay, now see here, suppose let us say a ray is going from denser medium to rarer medium. This is a denser, this is rarer. So the ray will bend away from the normal. And we have seen that at a particular angle of incidence, what will happen? The ray will become, at a particular angle of incidence, this refractor will become parallel to the refracting surface, or the refracted angle will be 90 degrees, correct or not? And this angle at that point is called as critical angle. This is called angle of incidence. This is called as angle of refraction. Okay. Now this is happening from what? Denser to rarer medium. Okay. Denser to rarer medium. Okay. Now here the fourth point is in the beginning of optics we discussed the reversibility of light. Okay. Now same thing here we are going to discuss that Suppose let us say that if the ray is incident from rarer medium to denser medium, if the ray is incident from rarer medium to denser medium, and if the ray is incident exactly at 90 degrees, exactly at what? 90 degrees in rarer medium, Now, according to principle of reversibility of light, now what will happen is this ray will undergo refraction exactly at an angle of critical angle. Exactly at an angle of what? Critical angle. This is very important. See here, the ray is going from denser to rarer by total by the refraction phenomena, correct or not? Here also refraction phenomena, but now the incident ray is in rarer medium, okay? And this is true only at this condition, okay? That means only if the angle of incidence is 90, only if the angle of incidence is 90, then the refracted angle will be what? Critical angle in denser medium, okay? So please remember these 2 points. This is very, very important, and this is also very important in some problems, okay? So that is the concept of what? Total internal reflection, okay? So based on this, there are many points are there. And last one more point I forgot, that is called as how does the fish inside water see the outside world? This is a standard question. How does the fish inside water see the outside world? How does the fish inside water see the outside world? How does the fish inside water see the outside world? In which shape it will see? In which shape it will see? Anybody knows? This is GK question or also. I think it may be GK question also. This is the fish. Okay. How does the fish see outside world? This is water. Here everything is water. Okay. And this is air. Okay. Now it will see the outside world in which shape? In which shape will it see the outside world?
So like a spherical surface?
Spherical? No.
Circle, sir.
No. Anybody else? The GK
Sir,
question.
ellipse.
No, not ellipse.
Sir, conical.
It will see outside world in the form of a cone. It will see outside world in the form of a cone. Okay. Why it happens? Let us see. Okay. Now see here. What will happen is, okay. Suppose let us say we take a ray from here. Okay. Definitely, this is, suppose let's say this is the incident ray, incident on the surface. Okay. So definitely it will not go straight. Why? Because this is a plane refracting surface, correct or not? So what should happen? It should bend. So at this point, what will happen? It will bend. Okay. So it will bend like this. It will bend like this, correct or not? Okay. So that means suppose whatever object is there, now it can see it clearly, correct or not? Okay. Now it can see it clearly. Okay. Now suppose let us say there is one more object here. Okay. Then also you can see it. Why? Because here you can always draw the what you call angle of suppose let's say this is the incident ray and this is the refractor ray. Okay. So you can always see. Okay. But now there may be some objects here, correct or not? There may be some more objects here, correct or not? So now what will happen is okay. Suppose this one here. Now suppose this angle, suppose let us say if this angle is exactly critical angle, what will happen? The ray will get refracted at an angle of what? 90 degrees, and you can see only this one, correct or not? So that means now this is the point where the fish can see maximum. That means these all points it can see, correct or not? Okay. And this is the maximum point. Okay. And beyond this, now what will happen is the ray, suppose let's say this is the ray. Now this ray will undergo what? Now this angle is definitely greater than critical angle. So now what will happen? This will get reflected back. Okay. So that means now for the fish, this is the point, okay, up to which it can see. Okay. So therefore, now I'll redraw. Okay. Now I'll redraw it. Okay, so now you see, now okay, now this is the, see here, now this is the point. Okay, beyond this point, suppose let's say this point is A. Okay, so beyond this point it cannot see. Okay, so whatever is there here, that much only it can see. Okay, within this, within its vision. Okay, now similarly on the other side also, what will happen, there will be a particular point or angle of incidence, correct or not? This is, suppose let's say this here, suppose if the light ray is incident here, it will be less than critical angle, little, so not critical angle, means suppose let us say this critical angle, let's say we take the value as suppose let us say 40 degrees. Okay, now this ray, see here, any ray which is incident left side to it, left side to A will be less than 40, correct or not? Less than 40, there it is 0, correct or not? Angle of incidence with normal. Same way here also 0, first 0, then 10, 20, 30, 40. So somewhere around 40 only it will happen. Okay. So 40, this is also what? Angle of incidence. Okay. More than this, what will happen? More than this, the angle will be greater than critical angle. So it will get reflected back. So now this will happen throughout, correct or not? Okay, this is only 2-dimensional I am able to see, but in 3-dimensional if you see, it will be in the form of a cone. It will be in the form of a what? Cone. Let me see, I have cone or not. Okay, see here. Like this. This is the fish. Here is the fish. Okay, and this point is A, and this point is what? To let us say B. Okay, this point is B. Okay, so when you see from top, you will see. When you see from top view means in the sense that the fish will see a patch of water like this. This much only it can see. Within this purview only the fish can see. Okay. Or another example is suppose let us say instead of fish, suppose if you place a torchlight. Suppose let's say if you place a torchlight here. Okay, inside this water, at this point, if you place a torchlight, then you will see a patch, okay, shadow like this. Oh, why? Because the light rays which come from this torchlight will be incident as just now explained, correct or not? Will be incident. Now at one particular point, the critical angle will appear, and beyond that, what will happen? Total internal reflection will happen. So therefore, there will be a particular angle. This is called as what you call cone angle. This is called as cone angle. So therefore, the fish will see outside world in the form of what? A cone. Fish will see outside world in the form of a cone. Like this, it will see. Okay. On the water, there will be a circle forming. Okay. Or you can also remember, instead of fish, assume that you have placed a torchlight, and when you place a torchlight, you will see a patch, a shadow, a dark shadow on the water of this much circle. So they'll ask what is the area of this circle, or what is the radius of this circle. So how to do is, now here if you draw a normal, suppose let us say we draw a here like this. Okay. Now we know this angle is critical angle, correct or not? IC. Okay, this angle is what? IC. So now this angle is if this angle is IC, then this also will be what? IC. Okay. Now let us say the fish is at a depth D or H. Let us say it is at a depth H, or the torchlight is at a depth H. Okay. Now let us say this is C. Okay. So now from here, what is tan IC? This is, let us say AC, we call it as R, which R is called as the radius of the circle. Okay, radius of the circle. So tan IC is nothing but what? R by H, or R is equal to H times of tan IC. Okay, R is equal to H times of tan IC. Now we already know sin IC is equal to what? 1 by mu. So if you draw a triangle and find out this is IC, this is 1, this is mu, then this will be how much? Root over mu square minus 1. Correct or not? Okay. So what is tan IC? Tan IC is opposite by epsilon. So H into 1 by root over mu square minus 1. So therefore R is equal to, radius of this circle is nothing but h by root over mu square minus 1. Very important formula. And once you get this one, you can easily calculate what you call area of the circle. Once you get this radius of the circle, once you get the radius of the circle, you can easily calculate area of the circle. Area of the circle is what? Pi r square. Area of circle is equal to pi into r square. So that is equal to pi into h by h square by mu square minus 1. They'll give the h, they'll give the mu. If they don't give mu, we assume it as water. Okay, so please note down this very, very important formula. How does the fish see outside world? Okay, based on total internal reflection. There are many applications based on total internal reflection. Okay, we can go on like the discussing. It will take another hour also. Some more examples I'll give you. Another one is called as formation of mirage. Okay, another one is called as formation of mirage. Okay, in deserts we can see formation of mirage. Formation of mirage. Okay, that means in deserts you will see that as if water is there. Correct or not? That is also due to what? Total internal reflection. Or another example is called as sparkling of diamonds. This also happens because of total internal reflection. A diamond is sparkling because of what? Total internal reflection. It depends on the the person who is cutting the diamond. He will cut in a particular way that okay, when the light enters on one surface, it will get internally reflected, and then it will that glow is nothing but because of total internal reflection. Okay, and then of course standard thing is optical fiber communication. So like that, there are many examples. Okay, maybe at the end of the optics chapter, I'll discuss these things, how the mirage is formed, or diamonds are sparkling. Okay, or another one is sunset, sunrise. All these things we can discuss. Okay, so anyway, let's see today one problem. Okay, so this is about the concept of total internal reflection. This is the concept of what? Total internal reflection. Okay, now let's
Sir?
take on the
So if we look at the objects which are very hot, like on a very bright sunny day, if we look at the like road, it will be fuming now, sir. Some light rays gets refracted or reflected now. Why is it, sir?
that's what, because of total internal reflection. Okay, suppose this is the road. Okay, now on hot summer day, what will happen is on hot summer day, now this ground will get very heated. Correct or not? Okay, now above this road air. Correct or not? Normally we take refractive index of air as what? 1. Okay, this is ideal. Okay, ideally we discuss like this, but really the refractive index of air is a variable. Is what? It is not a constant. It's a variable. Okay, it varies from what you call 1.001, or it varies from 1.02. Like that, it is a variable. Okay, so now if you take what you call different layers. Okay, suppose if you consider as different layers like this above the road. Above the road, if you consider different layers like this. Okay, these are all air only, but this refract, suppose let us say this is mu1, this is mu2, this is what? Mu3. Okay, now this now compared to this layer is very heated. Correct? Because it is near to the road. Okay, so whenever air gets heated, its refractive index will decrease. Okay, so the refractive index now, this mu1 is less than mu2, which is less than mu3. So that means this is considered as rarer compared to this one, denser. Similarly, this layer is considered as rarer compared to this one. Okay, are you understanding? So comparatively, the layers will have different refractive index. Okay, so now what will happen is whenever the ray is incident. Okay, suppose let us say the ray is incident. Now sun ray will come like this. Correct or not? Now what will happen? Now compared to this one here, this is rarer, this is denser. The above layer is denser. Now the light ray is coming from denser to rarer. So what will happen? Denser to rarer means it will go away from the normal. Correct or not? It will go away from the normal like this. It will go away from the normal. Why? Because this is now rarer compared to this layer, denser. Similarly, now when this ray enters here, now between these two layers, this is rarer, this is denser. So what will happen? The ray will again will go away from the normal, because why? The ray is going from denser to rarer. So the ray is going away from the normal like this. Are you understanding? Okay. So like this, if you compare these layers like this, what will happen is the ray will go denser, what you call since these layers of air has different refractive indices. Okay. So the ray will go from here to here. Now this is denser. Now see, this is denser, this is rarer. See here. So now what will happen? The ray will go
Away from the normal, sir.
away from the normal like this. So finally, when it reaches here, see here. Finally, this ray is appearing to come like this, correct or not? Is incident on here. Now this is a road which will there where reflection and refraction both will happen, but reflection is more compared to refraction. So now this light ray will get reflected back. Okay. Now again, this light ray is going from which medium to which medium? Rarer to denser. So now it will go near what you called towards the normal like this. Okay, it will go towards the normal. It will bend towards the normal. So like this, now what will happen is finally you will see in what you call something which is air, which is here, which is floating. You will see as if it is here, which you see it as some water is present here. Are you understanding? Okay, as if some water is present here, as if some water is present here, but there is no water. Same thing in deserts also. Okay, there will be, it appears that there is some water, but there is no water. It is because of total internal reflection. Okay, so anyway, so that is similarly we can also explain sunrise and sunset. Sun appears to rise early compared to what it means. Suppose let's say its time is 6 o'clock. Okay, but we see it rising 5:58 only. Okay, and that is also due to total internal reflection because of sun ray passing through different layers of air. Suppose this is the earth. Okay, now this is the sun. Okay, now this is the horizon. Okay, that means level. Okay, now you are standing here. Now you can see sunrise only if it rises above this level. But what will happen is okay, now this is the earth. This is earth. We are standing on it. We can see sunrise only if the sun rises above this line. But what will happen is when the sun has not risen above this line itself, it appears that as if it was here. Why? Because now the rays which will come from sun will pass through different layers of air. Okay. Same thing here also, the ray will go like this, as if now finally when the ray reaches here, it appears like this. Okay. But the sun has not risen, but still it appears sunrise. Same thing sunset also. And one more thing I forgot, seventh one at the time I forgot, that's called as twinkling of stars. Twinkling of stars is also due to what? Total internal reflection. The stars won't twinkle, but it appears twinkling because of total internal reflection. Suppose let's say this is a star. This is a star.
Sir?
Oh.
Sir, it is also due to long distance between the stars and the earth, no, sir?
It is also due to?
The distance between very large, no, sir. So because of that also refraction will take place.
Distance is anyway definitely very large, but what will happen is when the light ray, first the light ray will fall from the sun on the star, correct or not? Okay, because these are not luminous objects, no? They are non-luminous. So now the light ray will get reflected from here, correct or not? So now when it reaches to our earth, okay, what will happen is it has to pass through different layers, and these layers will have different values of refractive index. So what will happen is when the ray enters from one layer, to another layer, the light ray will bend like this. So it will bend like this. So finally, when you see as if it appears, the star appears as if it is here, but it is not here. Are you understanding? So sometimes you will see here, sometimes you will see here. So are you understanding? Because it keeps on changing. Okay? So
yes,
therefore,
sir. Yes, sir.
So therefore, we see twinkling of stars because of total internal reflection. Because the ray will bend, what you call, from one layer to another layer because of different refractive indices. Because different layers will experience different heat, no? Correct or not? Okay. The layer which is near to the sun will have more heat compared to the earth. Correct or not? So like that, because of a difference in the heat in layers, there will be difference in the refractive indices, and because of different refractive indices, the ray will bend. And when the ray bends, finally we will see star somewhere not at its original position. So therefore, we see keep on twinkling. Okay, sometimes here, sometimes this side, like this. Are you understanding? Okay, so like this it changes. Okay, so that is the reason for twinkling of stars. Okay, so like that there are many applications. Okay, I'll explain in another way. Okay, another class. Sorry, I'll explain in another class if time permits. So right now, just take one example. That is one problem. Okay, a beam of light consisting of red, comma, green, and blue colors is incident as shown. Which color comes out? Given mu of red is equal to mu of red color. This is calculated using what? The Cauchy's formula. Mu of green is equal to 1.44. Mu of blue is equal to 1.47. Okay. This is a red color. Anyway, we have colors now. I think we should use colors. This is red color. Okay. And this is what? Green. This is green color. And this is blue color. Okay. So like this, the rays are incident here. Okay. On a what you called triangle, right angle triangle, 45, 45. Okay. So now what is the, now which color will come out? This is 90, this is 45, this is 45. Okay. Which color will come out?
Sir,
Oh,
take attendance, sir.
thank you. Attendance. How many? 32 participants are there?
Sir, 31 only, sir.
31 only. Yeah? That's including me, 32. Okay. 31 already. How much is the strength? 40. Yeah? Anyway, I'll call regular absentees better. That is better. I'll call the regular absentees names so that you don't have to call everybody. Nandakishore.
Absent, sir.
BDS Ritesh. Absent. D Sai Ritesh. Absent. Sanjay.
In, sir.
Presenter.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, Sai Pranav. Absent.
Obviously
Karthik Bharadwaj.
absent, sir.
Karthik Bharadwaj. Absent. B. Shushant, Bombay. B. Shushant. Absent. Next, Bhavya Yashasvi.
Present, sir.
Present. Okay. Abhijita.
Yes, sir.
Abhijita.
Present, sir.
Present. Okay. Next, Sulekh. Absent. Mahapragna.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay, now see here. How to do this one is now see here. Here, this is a what you call refractive index. Correct? This is a what you call
Correct.
right angle triangle.
The red will be coming out first. Like it will come out.
Correct. Only red color will come out. Only red color will come out. The other colors won't come out. Only red color will come out. See here. Now, how it happens? See here. Now here, what is the angle of incidence here? What is the angle of incidence at this point? The red color is incident at an angle of what? 0. Correct or not? So angle of refraction also will be 0 according to Snell's law. So that means this color at this point, it will go straight like this. It will go straight and then it is incident at this point. Okay. Now at that point, this is the incident ray. Correct? Now at this point, this is the normal. Correct or not? Now this is also a plane refracting surface. Correct or not? Now this is called as angle of incidence. If this angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, then what will happen? Total internal reflection will happen. Correct or not? Okay. Now here, what is this angle of incidence? First of all, by geometry. Now we know this is what you call 90. Then this is 45. That means this is 45. So that means this I is also what? 45. Okay. So this I is now how much? 45. Now we have to verify whether this is greater than critical angle or not. Now how to calculate critical angle for red color? IC is equal to, okay, red color. How to find out? We know sin IC is equal to 1 by mu. Okay. So I want IC for red color. So mu of red color. So therefore IC is equal to sin inverse 1 by mu of red. What is mu of red? 1 by 1.35. Okay. So that is equal to, I think if you calculate this one, you will get as 47.7. Correct or not? So is 45 greater than 47.7? No. Correct or not? Okay. So therefore, what will happen?
The ray will get refracted, sir.
The ray will get
Refracted, sir.
refracted. That means it will come outside. So it will come outside like this. And the ray is going from denser to rarer means it will go away from the normal like this. Okay. Now, whereas if you see green color ray, now here angle of incidence is 0. So angle of refraction is 0. It will go straight. Okay. So it will go straight and is incident on this surface. Now again, if you, this is the incident ray, this is the normal. Now again, here, let's say angle I. If this angle I is greater than IC, total internal reflection will happen. Okay. But now by geometry, we know this is 90, this is 45, so this is also 45. So this is also 45. So now this is 45. Is this 45 greater than critical angle of green color? So we have to find out. So same way here, just like we found out for red color. Now what is IC for green color? Which is nothing but sin inverse 1 by mu of green. What is mu of green? 1.44. Which is, if you calculate, you will get as 43.9. Now here angle of incidence is greater than, see here, angle of incidence is 45 by geometry. Now it is greater than critical angle of what you call green color. So therefore this ray will get reflected back. This ray will get what? Reflected back like this. Will get reflected back. Why? Because angle of incidence is greater than critical angle. Critical angle is 43.9. Same way, if you do it for what you call blue color, this will also happen. Same thing. Here it will go straight. Why it will go straight? Because angle of incidence is 0. Angle of refraction is also 0. So it will go like this. Now here this is the what you call angle of incidence. Okay. By geometry, again this is 90. This is 45. So this will be 45. So this is also 45. Okay. So again 45. Is 45 greater than IC for blue color? We have to verify. So that is equal to sin inverse 1 by what is mu of blue? 1.47. So if you see, this is 42.8. Critical angle is 42.8, but angle of incidence by geometry is 45. So therefore, it is greater than. So it will get reflected back. It will not come outside of the prism. Okay. So only red color will come outside of the prism. Okay. So this is so like this we can solve many problems on this. Okay. Maybe tomorrow we'll see some more problems. Okay. And then tomorrow we are going to see prism, very important topic. Okay. Prism means just now we studied, no? Until now we studied refraction at plane surface at one surface. Now we are going to see refraction at two surfaces. That's called as prism. Okay. So that's all for today's class. Okay. Any doubts?
Sir? Sir, how do we know the angle, sir, for sine inverse?
Sine inverse, of course, for here it's very difficult. Here they'll give, okay, but generally standard angles they'll give. Okay, otherwise it means I have not found it just like this. Okay, I have here written, so therefore I have written on the board. Okay, are you understanding? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Generally they'll give standard angles, but here the procedure is important. What is the main point here is if the angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, the ray will get reflected back, and if the angle of incidence is less than critical angle, the ray will get refracted. Okay, below critical angle refraction, above critical angle reflection. That is the only thing. Okay. Okay then. So thank you all very much. Again, we'll meet today.
Excuse
No
me, sir.
doubt session. Tomorrow we may see. Tomorrow we'll have doubt session in the afternoon. Okay. So, Ashwak.
Sir, is our after images also a phenomena of total internal reflection?
What?
After images, like when an object is moving, but like at an instant of time only, we can see about 2 or 3 images of it, of the object.
Means you are telling reflection at a plane mirror.
Like I'm not sure what it is, but I'm asking if after images is a phenomena of total internal reflection only.
Acha, you are telling that the images which we see in the mirror is because of total internal reflection. That's what, na? Means suppose let us say there is a plane mirror here. Suppose let us say there is a plane mirror here. Suppose let us say there is a plane mirror here. Okay. Now a light ray is incident like this, it will get reflected back like this. Correct or not? Okay. From the object. Okay. So now you will see the object's image here like this. Now you will see here this object as if it is here. Correct or not? Now are you asking that is this the total internal reflection?
No, sir. Sir, I'm asking like similar to like twinkling of stars and all of that. Like instead of like too much distance or something, when an object is moving kind of like way too fast, we can see its after images kind of a thing.
When an object is moving fast, we can see the images.
Yeah, it's after images.
In which mirror?
It's not like anything related to mirror kind of a thing.
Acha, means distant objects you are telling.
Yeah.
Distant objects, if something is moving,
If it's like moving way too fast, then maybe at times you can see its after images. How is that possible?
we can see images after it has passed. That's what you are telling.
Yeah.
After it has passed, suppose an object is here, after it has passed here, you are telling that we are able to still see this image, correct or not?
Yes, exactly.
Means it's actually it's very difficult to see when the object is going very fast. Are you understanding? If the object is going very fast, we can't see it. If the object is going very slow, then you can see maybe images like this, because our eye has a certain particular limit. Okay, where when the suppose let's say just like what you call slides, when the slides are going very fast, we can't even discriminate. Similarly, when the object is going very fast, we can't discriminate. Okay, we can't see the image before images, but when the object is going very slow, we can see it. Now your question is how we are able to see it. Okay, if the provided that depends on what we call the distance. When the object distance is very far, are you understanding? So the light ray which comes from that object may still be what we call appearing in our eyes. Appearing in our eyes means it appears as if it is from their point, that point. Okay. It depends on the object. We can't tell actually what you call exactly this phenomena like that. Okay, because in the atmosphere, so many factors will be there. We can't say exactly that this is what and all. But in a general sense, we say that the reason for twinkling of stars is total internal reflection. Are you understanding? Ashfaq?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Means there is no answer for the question which you asked. There is no specific answer that this is because of this we are able to see it. There are many things which will happen in the atmosphere. Nowadays, we don't see. Recently, I was going on the top of my house and because of this lockdown. And evening when I go out, I was looking for stars. I am not able to find even one star nowadays. I don't know why. Has anybody observed stars nowadays? Previously, when I was child or like that, when I go to my village and all, when I sleep in my house, village house and all, I see so many stars. Okay. Now to my children, when I tell them that see the stars, but I am not able to show them actually. Has anybody seen stars nowadays? Have you observed? Ashfaq?
No, sir.
No. First of all, have you observed by going outside and all? Anyway,
Yes, sir.
today, nowadays, I don't know why, because of maybe climate or, but I have been observing for the last 20 days. Maybe once or twice I saw one star. That's all. Of course, I am seeing in the evening, maybe in the night it may be there. Anyway, but it's a good, what do you call, good, it's worth to see it actually. Seeing the twinkling of stars, observing the nature. Okay. How does the sun rises? Means it's all important also. Okay. If beach is near to you, you can go and see the beach. Of course, don't go outside now, but at least you can watch from top of a building or like this. How does the sun appears and why does sun appears yellow at the time of sunset and at the time of sunrise, and why does it appear white in the mid afternoon? Like, these are all because of different scattering of light rays and all. Anyway, so thank you for asking that question. Okay. So there is no answer, Ashfaq. The answer for your question is there is no reason why it appears like this. Okay. Any other doubts? Oh. Okay, then. Thank you all very much. Tomorrow we'll meet same time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Have
you,
a nice
sir.
day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.